joining us after Monday Night Football doubleheader from Houston and Las Vegas. The Texans played Tampa Bay tonight. The Raiders hosted the Chargers. And this morning at 7:46 a.m., our president, who is staunchly pro-concussion, he loves his CTEs, weighed in on the games on Sunday. You know, he sat up in bed and posted, the NFL has to get rid of that ridiculous-looking new kickoff rule. How can they make such a big and sweeping change so easily and quickly? It's at least as dangerous as the normal kickoff and looks like hell. Sissy football is bad for America and bad for the NFL. Says the guy who wakes up in the morning and sprays his head with Aquanet. Truth be told, loudly complaining about the NFL is what a man his age should be doing right now. Maybe he'll send in the National Guard to fix it. And then 20 minutes later, he's on to an entirely different subject, TikTok. His Treasury Secretary announced that they have a framework of a deal to sell TikTok to an American company. Last year, Congress voted to ban TikTok unless the Chinese company that owns it sold it to a U.S. company. This deal is very important to President Trump because TikTok is his son Don Jr.'s only friend. But Trump loves TikTok. He thinks it helped him get elected, so he kept extending the deadline to force the sale, and now it's rumored that TikTok's assets have been sold to 81-year-old MAGA billionaire Larry Ellison, seen here revealing his secret plan to kill James Bond. So now, instead of the Chinese government harvesting our thoughts, interests, and personal information, Trump's buddy will have them instead. At least it's somebody we can trust, though, right? We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. In between the finger-pointing, there was grieving. On Friday, the White House flew the flags at half-staff, which got some criticism. But on a human level, you can see how hard the president is taking this.
My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They've just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House, which is something they've been trying to get, as you know, for about 150 years. And it's going to be a beauty.
Yes. Okay. He's at the fourth stage of grief, construction. There's demolition, construction. This is not how an adult grieves the murder of someone he called a friend. This is how a 4-year-old mourns a goldfish, okay? And it didn't just happen once.
When I heard it, I was in the midst of, building a great... For 150 years, they've wanted a ballroom at the White House, right? They don't have a ballroom. They have to use tents on the lawn for President Xi when he comes over. If it rains, it's a wipeout. And so I was with the architects that would design. It's going to be incredible. And they came in, they said, Charlie Kirk is dead. I didn't know what they meant. I said, he was dead. Charlie Kirk was shot. And they thought he was dead because it was so horrific, And I said, dead.
And then we installed the most beautiful chandelier. Sconces you wouldn't believe. There's something wrong with them. There really is. I mean, who thinks like that? And why are we building a $200 million ballroom in the White House? Is it possible that he's doing it intentionally so we could be bad about that instead of the Epstein list? By the time he's out of office, the White House will have slot machines and a water slide. Trump is in major change the subject mode. On Friday, he stopped by the always friendly morning crew at Fox. Whenever Trump goes on Fox and Friends, it's funny because the hosts are so eager for him to be reasonable. They spell it all out for him. They desperately want to avoid having to nod along with anything crazy or contradict him. So they give him the question and their preferred answer, too.
Is the message, to the right, the people that are going to go, I want revenge, not to have revenge? Charlie Kirk would not want revenge?
You want revenge at the voter
That's
box.
where to go.
Okay, good answer, right? Take it to the ballot box. That's reasonable. That's almost presidential. But that's the thing. He can never just stop right there.
I can't really say at the ballot box because in some cases, like California, doesn't have ballot boxes.
Oh. Well, in that case, begin the purge. For the record, we live in California. We do have ballot boxes. We have ballot boxes. We've got mailboxes. We have lunch boxes. We have all kinds of boxes. You should come see them sometime. We'll give you a toolbox. You can live in it, okay? And then we have this head of the FBI, this character, Kash Patel, who so far has handled this investigation into the murder of Charlie Kirk like a kid who didn't read the book, BSing his way through an oral report.
So in the 24 hours after, when we were still looking for the guy, I know you posted that we got him. And that ended up not being true.
The job of the FBI is not just to manhunt the actual suspect who did the killing or suspects, but it's also to eliminate targets and eliminate subjects who are not involved in the process. And that's what we were doing. Could I have worded it a little better in the heat of the moment? Sure. But do I regret putting it out? Absolutely not. I was telling the world what the FBI was doing as we were doing.
Which was claiming we caught the killer when we had not. Kash Patel always looks like he just got hit by a Volkswagen. The governor of Utah, Governor Spencer Cox, has been a rare voice of sanity after what happened in his state. He urged Americans to choose humanity, connection, and love, and even encouraged us to listen to people we disagree with, which is not the plan, according to Marjorie Taylor Greene. Klan Mom wrote today, "There's nothing left to talk about with the left. They hate us. They assassinated our nice guy who actually talked to them, peacefully debating ideas. Then millions on the left celebrated and made clear they want all of us dead. To be honest, I want a peaceful national divorce." Same thing her husband said about 2.5 years ago. But a peaceful national divorce. How would that work? You get Florida, we get Vermont? I mean, we share custody at Disney World every other weekend? She's right, though, right? It feels like we are all stuck in a marriage to Marjorie Taylor Greene right now. I was at the Emmys last night. Guillerm was at it. We won Best Talk Show at the Emmys last night. I should say, we didn't win. We lost. But thank you for paying attention. My friend Stephen Colbert and his hardworking staff won it, which is very nice to see. Very well deserved. John Oliver won a couple of Emmys for his show. He is here. He is here tonight to rub them in my face. But at the end of the day, you know, the Emmys isn't about winning or losing. It's about making sure there isn't a shot of you sitting while everyone else is giving someone a standing ovation. That's what it's about. The show The Studio set a new all-time...
What if I told you choosing the wrong retirement account could cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars by the time you retire? Most Americans have no idea how Roth IRA and 401k actually work, and it's costing them big time. In this video, I'll break down exactly what makes them different, who should choose which one, and how to potentially retire tax-free. What are Roth IRA and 401k? Basics. Let's start simple. What are these two accounts? 401k, offered by your employing pre-tax contributions. Money grows tax-deferred. You pay taxes when you withdraw in retirement. Roth IRA. Open it yourself via Fidelity, Vanguard, etc. Post-tax contributions. Money grows tax-free. Withdrawals in retirement are 100% tax-free. Add infographic visual of both accounts side by side. Contribution limits 2025. Now let's talk money. How much can you contribute? 401k limit 2025, up to $23,000. Year under 50, $30,500. Year 50 plus with catch-up. Roth IRA limit 2025, $7,000. Year under 50, $8,000. Year 50 plus. But here's the kicker. If your income is too high, you may not qualify directly for Roth IRA. That's where the backdoor Roth comes in. We'll get to that later. Taxes now versus taxes later. The biggest difference is when you pay taxes. With a 401k, you avoid taxes today, but you'll pay taxes later, possibly at a higher rate. With a Roth IRA, you pay taxes now but enjoy completely tax-free growth and withdrawals. Ask yourself, do you think your taxes will be higher in the future, or lower? That's your answer. Employer match only in 401k. Here's where 401k shines. The employer match. Example. If your employer offers a 100% match on 5% of your salary, and you earn $60,000, that's $3,000 in free money every year. Always contribute enough to get the full match. It's literally free money. Investment options next up. Where does your money go? Roth IRA. You choose a NY stock, index fund, or ETF. Total Control, Vanguard, Schwab, Fidelity. 401k. Limited fund options chosen by employer. Mutual funds. Sometimes high fees. And fees can silently eat away your returns over decades. Withdrawal rules. This is where things get tricky. Penalties and withdrawals. 401k. Withdraw after 59.5. 10% penalty if early. Must start withdrawals at age 73. RMDIS Roth IRA. Contributions equals withdraw anytime. Earnings equals after 59.5 and 5-year rule. No RMDIS ever. So, if flexibility matters to you, Roth IRA gives you breathing room. Which one is better? Let's break it down based on your situation. Young and in low tax bracket. Gives Roth IRA makes more sense. High income plus employer match. Gives use 401k to the max. Want both. Gives use both strategy. 401k up to match plus rest in Roth IRA. Think of them like tools, not rivals. Real example storytelling. Meet Sarah and Mike. Both are 30 years old and invest $6,000 year until age 60. Sarah chooses Roth IRA, gives grows tax-free to $600,000. Mike chooses 401k, gives grows to $600,000 but pays $120,000 in taxes at withdrawal. Same amount invested, but Sarah walks away with more because of tax-free growth. Conclusion plus CTA. At the end of the day, the best plan is the one you actually use and stick to. So, whether you pick a Roth IRA, a 401k, or both, the key is to start now. Smash the like button if this video helped you. Subscribe for more real money advice, and tell me in the comments, which one are you using?